All right, Shalom. Want to say call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders at GMS to rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. This is a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Rashai. I'm laying down just doing some meditating, going over some scriptures and reading the chat. You know, brothers be sending out information, and whatnot throughout, you know, brothers who's in this truth, walking this faith. And the faith comes by hearing of the words of Yahweh Bahashem Habashai. And also when you hear the words of Yahweh Bahashem Habashai, it said the words, it's in the book of Psalms. I think it's Psalms 145 speaks about actually, let's get it. Let's see, can I pull it? I'm not at my domain right now. I said Psalms, let's go to Psalms 145. And let's try 16. Nah, dang. It says the word. Let's try Psalms 120. Spirit telling me to go to 120. Let's see something. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's go. Let's try. There it is right there. Psalms 107 and 20. He sent his word and healed them. So also when you go to Hebrews 4 and 2, let's get that. Let's get that real quick. It says, remember right here in Psalms 107 and 20, he sent his word. He sent his word, beginning with the apostles and the elders of great men, stone the men on down, and the great men before them, King Mashah, High Priest Ariah, Abba Bivens, all of those great men in the men you see before you now, and the men on down, is how, or the Lord using them to be carriers by bringing you his word, which is Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai comes in the volume of the book. So it say he sent his word and healed them. Now hold that. Now let's go to, it healed them, right? Now check this out. Let's go to this off of hearing. This is one of my favorite, Hebrews 4 and 2. For unto you, us was the gospel preached, right? The gospel is being preached. Remember, the Lord sent his prophets to go out on highways and byways, right? To give you the message, to bring praise to the names, Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father, and his Son, his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to the believers, the elect out there that has a contrite spirit, a broken heart, you know, who's being beaten down, and they need a physician. They need to hear something that's going to basically give them life. And it is the spirit that quickeneth, that gives you life, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Abishai that come upon you, man. Hebrews 4 and 2, for unto us was the gospel preached, as well unto them, right? Because you see the men of the Lord out on the highways and byways, you see the men of the Lord on YouTube and these videos, right? But the word preached did not profit them. Remember, I just read in Psalms 107 and in Psalms 107 that they heard the word and it healed them. So, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith. Not being mixed with faith. I'm just curious. Yeah, 2. Okay. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah, because, all right, okay. I guess it's not in here. Okay, let's see something. The word mixed, like to unite one thing to another, is in the Greek.
Strong's G 4786. Sukeranami.
Sukeranami. That's the word for mix, to unite one thing to another. So you're hearing the words of Yahweh by Shema Shai, and it resonates with your spirits, with your spirit. By you hearing that and you mixing the faith that the Lord gave you, which is a gift, it's already in you. It united together and came. It became united with one thing to another. It became united with your spirit that's in you, that the Lord sees that He would, because He said He won't put the wisdom into a malicious soul. So you're able to get this word and you hold onto it. That means the Lord is dealing with you, Lord willing, man. So you heard the words and you mixed that with it, and that became one, right? United. Let's see. To commingle, to combine, right? To combine, mixed with temper together. So once the men of the Lord heard this word, and some women out there that believe as well, it's very, 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 very few. Very, very few. They heard the words of Yahweh Bashimam Shah, which healed their spiritual healing. No, which healed their spiritual hearing. So once you heard the words of Yahweh Bashimam Shah and it healed your spiritual hearing, then it was mixed with faith. That's when it became united together, right? So it said, for to us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, because they didn't have the faith in them. They had a malicious spirit within them. So they hear this, all they hearing is thunders at the end of the day. Remember when Yahweh Bashimam Shah told Moses to go down into Israel with Moses and Aaron? He told Israel to get themselves clean and don't go unto their wives to be clean, and he go talk to them. And when the Lord started to talk, when Yahweh started to talk, when Yahweh Bashimam Shah started to talk, right? What? They heard thunders. No, Moses, you go talk. No. Talk with us, Moses. We'll listen to you. You see what I'm saying? So even now, it didn't profit them who heard the word, because all they hear is thunders right now. Because they don't want to listen to the men of the Lord whom the Lord set up, man. You see? So the spirit of Yahweh got on his son Yahweh Shai to talk with Moses. Yeah, because that was the Most High. Moses went to go talk to him on the mount. And again, he told Israel to don't go unto their wives to clean themselves. Don't do this for 3 days. I forget how it goes. But he was telling Moses to Israel, because he wanted to talk to them. But when the children of Israel started to hear Yahweh, the Most High, speak, they heard thunderings. They was like, no, Moses, we'll talk to you. So that's why I read in Hebrews 4:2, it said it did not profit them being mixed with faith. The same thing going on today. They hearing the words of Yahweh Bashimam Shah, but they're not mixing it with faith. Because that was the Most High, because he told Moses that no one can see his face and live. So the Most High had to show Moses his back, you see. So that's the same thing that's happening now through spirit. It's spiritual now, through spirit and power of Yahweh Bashimam Shah, man. So the people that's hearing the word, again, the word healed, and what has happened, the word has healed our spiritual hearing. You see, it has healed our spiritual hearing at the end of the day. You see, that's why I bring it out, because remember, I went to Psalms. I don't want to make this too long. I went to Psalms 107, and it was right here, Psalms 107. And read it one more time. This is in 107. Excuse me. No, I didn't pass it. Well, this is this is alrighty. 1 second. I just pulled it up. I just read it, but yeah, Psalms 107. That's where I'm at. Psalms 107. Let's see. I don't remember being this far down. Is it Psalms 107 where it says the word healed them? So again, the words that you're hearing now has healed the ones that the Lord called to come upon this path, man. You see? So our spiritual hearing has been healed along with everything else, because it's the spirit that quickeneth and make you alive. So right here, I'm going to get tired. I'm going to go ahead and finish this out. A couple more precepts. So it's, in other words, it's all about faith. The law alone can't and won't save you. Now, not getting the edge up, not getting more tattoos, because you got brothers with tattoos, and brothers been through all kind of walks of life, man. You know what I'm saying? They come from different parts of the walk of life when we was in the world. You can't just tell our people, the Lord's people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who've been continue to be beaten down, you know what I'm saying, broke, busted, and disgusted, to say, hey, man, you got to come out of the world, but you got to live by the law of the Lord. That's impossible to do, man. The Lord has given us grace period, because just like I just mentioned right here, just real quick in the book of Titus 3 and it's Titus, right? Titus 3 and 3. I mean, Titus 3 and 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful, and hating one another. All of us came from that, man. When we was in the world, we was doing all kind of shit, man. Out there fighting, selling weed, selling drugs, I've been through shootouts, getting tattoos, doing, you know what I'm saying, sleeping with other men, women, all. It was crazy, man. It said once, in the NLT, it said once we too were foolish and disobedient. We were misled and become slaves to many lusts and pleasures. Our lives were full of evil and envy, and we hated each other, man. Gang banging, things of that nature. Somebody said something to you, you going to fight them, you plotting on getting them, you stealing from them. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We all came from that. But it was by the Lord's grace that he called us into this walk, and we heard, and again, the word healed us, right? Our spiritual healing was when we heard the words of Yahweh Bahashem Mahabashai. Because Hebrews 4:2, we mixed it with faith through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Mahabashai. This one of us, man. So you can't tell somebody who don't know nothing about the scriptures. I didn't know anything about the scriptures. Yeah, we all was in the church. I was a so-called Baptist, going to a Baptist church, man. They weren't talking about none of this, man, at the end of the day. So right here, it's impossible to live by the law. That's why the Lord gave us a grace period, and it's a gift. It's a gift of faith from Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit, man. So right here in Galatians 3 and 2, it said, "This only I will learn of you: receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by hearing of faith?" Because if you break one law, you break them all. Now, we're not saying not to keep what you can keep through the law. Again, if you can prevent from getting edge ups or lineups, edging up your beards, getting tattoos, stop selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? Not being a whoremonger out here trying to pimp on women and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not mess with another man's woman. Not eating pork. You see? There's other things you can eat out there that's lawful. We also shall eat our food defile amongst the Gentiles as well. So we do what we could do to show our faith. But it's the hearing, because also it said faith come by hearing, right? So there's no way possible we can keep the law and be justified in that, man. Because if you break one, we break them all. We don't supposed to wear mixed fabrics. The shirt's polyester and cotton mix. We're not supposed to be mixing fabrics and wearing stuff like that. So there's a grace period the Lord gave us, man, to get right and to clean us up. It says, "This only will I learn of you. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith?" It's by the hearing of faith at the end of the day, man. You see? Because we have believed on the report. Once you heard the report, you have to hear. You have to spiritually hear the report. So if someone gives you a report, they got to read it unto you. You have to hear it, right? If you don't have the correct hearing, then you won't understand the report. So it's spiritual at the end of the day, to be able to receive and understand a report that's being conveyed unto you from Yahweh Bashem Avashai, man. I'm going to jump down to 11. I have two more I want to get, Lord willing. Hopefully it's edifying, man. There's a lot in Galatians, you know. verse 11, Galatians 3 and 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Abishai. You're not justified in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Abishai because you keep the whole laws. It's impossible. Okay, during the Passover, you're supposed to have land, have your own lamb out there, unblemished. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible too, man. So we keep what we can based off faith. We're not we're not just gonna get rid of the law. No, we can do what we can because we know we're not in our land. We in our captivity still. Once we get into the kingdom, it's gonna be within us automatically. He gonna put it in our inward parts. You see? Verse 11, Galatians 3 and 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High, it is evident for the just shall live by faith. It's through pure faith. And that faith is a gift from Yahweh Bashim Abishai that's given unto you. Because you don't have a malicious soul. So now the wisdom and knowledge and understanding can dwell upon you, man. This was given. So there's no room to brag or boast. Because if you say you kept the law, all of them, then you bragging and boasting and showing pride, and you're not giving props to Yahweh Shai, man. You saying that the blood of Yahweh Shai don't mean anything if you can keep all the laws. That's a prideful statement, man. And the Lord did it that way. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai did it that way so you could give them the glory and the praise, man. Not yourselves, because you can keep all. It's 613 laws, man. It's impossible. Again, if you break one, you break them all. It's the hearing of faith with this. And then once you hear it and you get deep into it, you know what, man, I'm done eating pork. I don't need to get them on edge ups. I'm done getting tattoos. You see what I'm saying? Then you'll start to automatically be drawn to this, and the things that you was doing, you'll start to just walk, do away with it, man. You start leaving alone and trying to walk this path that the Lord put you on. You see, we didn't put ourselves on this path. So therefore, since he put us on this path, guess what? We need to be asking Lord, because it's written in the book of Psalm, teach us to walk in thy paths. Because we came from the world. I just read in Titus. So we wasn't walking according to this rule once we was in the world. Now we in this path, and on this path, now we have to walk according to the rule of Yahweh Bashim Abishai, which bring peace unto you. So there's a criteria and the discipline that is needed to walk upon this path that we has been put on. You see? Two more real quick. This is Ephesians chapter 2 and 8. For by grace are we saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, because you can keep all the laws, it'll be I kept the laws. So it's not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh Bashim Abishai. So it's by grace, and the grace is basically, man, I'm showing you favor at the end of the day. So we can't take credit for this. It's by his grace we are saved. It is a gift. You see, he's showing us favor, man. He's showing who he want to show favor unto. Can the clay say something to the potter? No. So it's through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Abishai that he's showing favor and giving you a grace period to get right, because he sees something in you, man. You see? You have a contrite spirit. You've been beaten down. You worn out. You tired. It's like you take 5 steps forward, take 15 steps back. You know what I mean? You just trying to live. He said the just shall live by faith. So for by grace, favor, ye saved through faith, on believing that, on believing what you're hearing, and you mixing it with faith, and that unites with one another because you believed on a report that's been brought to you, right? So we can't tell Jake, who coming out the world newly, to look, bro, you got to do this for us keeping the laws. No, man, the man already broken down. He needs to hear something that's going to build him up. And this is, again, it is the spirit that quickeneth, that makes you alive, that builds you up, man. Then you start to walk in this path and start to do away with all the bullshit, man, and start to get right. Because the time is coming, the law ain't going to save you from the, man, when all hell break loose around here, man. You go wish you had been listening, taking this thing serious, man. And we're going to have to keep faith in that day too. You get hungry in that time, you haven't eaten about 2 or 3 days, and someone offer you a pork sandwich, you can't eat that. You still got to continue to show your faith even when things are about to get dark and grim. We still have to keep the commandment. Elder Yashwama said it all the time. He's like, man, bro, Khan, that makes sense. Like, wow. Just because society broke down and we out here running and don't have nowhere to live, then we end up finding an abandoned building somewhere and you find a pork sandwich. Well, no. Still got to keep that integrity, Lord willing. You know what I mean? And right here also back in Ephesians 4, and Abba Radazah ended on this. Ephesians 4, I'm going to get to the point. In the sense of beating a dead horse. Ephesians 4 and 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edify to build up. We have to build up the Lord's people who come out the world into this path, man. You know, Jake been through all kind of hell and in the back. So Lord got to break us down and build us up, man. By the renewing of your mind, the way you think. You got to change the way you're thinking. I mean, you have to change the way you think, right? Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Telling Jake, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who've been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet that's going to come looking like other nations. You can't tell Jake to, look, bro, you got to keep all the laws. That's corrupt communication. That's not telling him, like, look, bro, stop getting haircuts. I mean, stop getting edge ups. Stop getting your beard trimmed. Stop eating pork. Stop smoking weed, cigarettes. Stop getting tattoos. Cut your hair. Don't let your hair grow long. You know what I mean? You got to keep it at a nice length, man. Not all down by the middle of your back and shit. Ponytailish and all that shit. That's like corrupt communication to people, man. Right? To Jake. But that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace, favor unto the hearers. Remember, faith comes by what? Hearing, and hearing comes by faith. So you letting the corrupt communication come out of your mouth saying the law, the fringes. That's not the case, man. When we both know that Jake coming out the world going through all kind of stuff, man. So the grace unto the hearers mixed with faith is what's going to build Jake up. That's edifying. That's edification at the end of the day. Edify means to build up. You can't continue to add pressure onto Jake when Jake come out the world doing all kind of manner of wickedness already, man. That doesn't make sense at the end of the day. You know, so it speaks about the good news. The gospel means the good news. So he's like, oh, so it's like, okay, I got a chance at salvation. Once you tell Jake the right and the correct thing to do, according to the scriptures, then, you know, boom, there's their hope. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Or the woman that come into this thing, man. You know what I mean? Jake has been beaten down already enough, man. And it's like, shit. Now I got to come in here and walk a razor blade thin line on keeping 613 laws. To make that man go back to the world. You know what I'm saying? So the law alone, no. We acknowledge it. We do what we can on this side. And what we do on this side, that's showing faith along with works at the end of the day. You see? So by grace and favor and the gift from Yahweh Shema Shah, it's the only way you will get salvation, and that you part of the elect of the 144,000 1/3, man. You see what I'm saying? So that was it. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, I shall say, Shalom.